We have Jennifer Seifert next, and Jennifer is here. Jennifer, why don't you just come on in, unmute yourself, my darling, and let us know who you are and what you do, because we're going to talk today about how to activate your prosperous life.
Yes, we're going to talk about activating your prosperous life. And I'm Jennifer Seifert. I'm an international #1 best-selling author now, and Lauren is also in that category with me. We just went #1 international bestseller on February 5th with our multi-author book project that I was blessed to be in this circle with Lauren, like one of the women in the projects. And I am a leadership mentor. I'm an energy strategist and I'm a shamanic practitioner, a guide. And I'm also a creator of my own proprietary signature program, Finding the Source, and Life Force Activation Membership, a live practice studio to really help you activate your prosperous life. And I work with spiritual entrepreneurs. I also call them hidden titans. There's those people that really are here to do the real big work. And I help you stop circling or contracting back from that edge of your expansion. And I help you move through it, break through it, initiate your next level, embody your power, and really create the prosperous life that you know you're meant to be here making. Because you know that this purpose that you have, it's a calling, it's a deep, like nudge, it's always calling you forward, and you want to do it. And so I feel like you, I've been there before. I want to activate my prosperous life, doing what I love, and being powerful in my mission, making the impact I'm here to make. Yeah, so that's what I'm do and what I'm here for and who I serve. So I'll just roll right into my talk then. You're kind of frozen, Naina. She's got a
Oh, she may actually be frozen. She's been having issues with
okay.
her internet. So yes, darling, keep going. Keep going.
All righty, all righty. So spiritual entrepreneurs. I also call you the hidden titans because you are the ones with the big power. You've known for a long time that you're here to do a mission. You've been born for a purpose, but maybe you've been hiding out in a corporate career or multiple different modalities and careers. You're still not getting it together to make that money that you know that you deserve, that you know you're here to make. And it's helped you make that impact, right? That you're here to make. And you've done the inner work. You've already invested in your growth. You've done so many different credentials, modalities. You might even have letters behind your name like I do. I have 25-year accounting career behind my name. But you know you're meant for more. You know you're meant for more. And you want to have freedom. You want to go on these retreats. You want to lead these retreats that Lauren was just talking about. You have it all dreamt up. The vision is there, but the vision isn't coming to life the way you have envisioned it. And you're not taking the aligned actions because there's a little bit of fear still. There's doubt. There's getting in your own way. But you want to still do it. I know you want to do it. And you're coming to this summit today, and you've been coming to other summits. You've been doing master classes and workshops to try and find your way. But I want to tell you something. If you want to find your way, you need to decide. You need to decide. You can do these free things, but while you're at this summit, I really want to encourage you to pay attention to who you resonate and the message that these people are saying, because there is a message there, and you need to decide that you need to work with one of us so that you can make this dream happen. We can go along doing lots of free things, putting a lot of time and effort into free courses and free things. But that's a lot of time and effort, and it's not getting you the result. Have you noticed? Have you noticed the results coming from all the free different things that you've been trying out? I haven't had any results from doing the free things. It's when I upgrade to VIP. It's when I pay and invest that I notice the change because it gives me initiative. It gives me initiative to really go for it, to really go for it. And I do have some notes here, so I'm kind of following my path here along my notes. So another thing that spiritual entrepreneurs may have been doing is trying to do it on your own. Like you have your invisible guidance team guiding you, but they're not marketing and sales experts. They're not business professionals. They are guiding you with those intuitive nudges, and they're actually bringing people into your world that are there to help you, because everything's working through people, through communities, through activating, relationships. It's through relationships. And so it's not like you need to learn more courses anymore. Except for Lauren's Retreatpreneurs. She'll have it all together so you can bring that course together. It's not like you need more letters behind your name or modalities. You are super skilled already. You likely had 3 or 4 different careers already, and you have like 10 or 12 modalities and you have a huge toolbox. I know I do. And I have invested in learning all of these different tools and modalities, but the time, you've got enough. You've got enough of that. You got enough of that. Now you need to really cultivate and harness all the power of your skills and choose some guidance that is really going to get you to where you want to go and activate that prosperous life. There's no more wavering anymore. We're running out of time. If you look at the outer world right now, there's a lot of things going on, and it doesn't represent the vision that you have for your life or for the life of the planet. It doesn't match. And so there's no point focusing on that. You need to come inwards and get really aligned and present to what you want and get decisive and get decisive. And so the cost of not choosing a mentor or a guide or multiple of them, because I have multiple and I know Lauren does, and I'm sure Aina and Capriel have multiple guides as well, even Reagan. Choose the ones that are really going to like take you into alignment with what your goal, your mission, and your purpose is, and help you to cultivate that power. And that's one of the things I do with my clients that I call hidden titans. It's time to stop hiding on the sidelines, you might, go to the master class, not turn your camera on, not participate in the chat because you're not invested. You're not paying for it. So you're not really participating. You're just hanging out wondering, oh, maybe this is for me. Maybe this is for me. So you're living it almost all the time. But you do know you're capable of more. And you might even be waking up at 1:30 in the morning every day, wondering, you don't even know why you're waking up. Because there's something you have to do. There's something you have to do. And it's calling you to take action. And it might even still be a blind spot because it's really hard to see our own shit, our own stuff, when we're not getting the help of experts who have been there before, can relate to you, have the tools to help you transform it so it doesn't keep showing up. So I come from a horse racing family. I was born into this lineage. It's like a shamanic lineage because the horses are shamans. And through that family, I really learned about purpose. I watched my dad, my mom, my cousins, my uncles, my grandparents, my aunts and uncles all really do what they love. And the one thing about that industry is it's its own little ecosystem in society in its own self. And it is filled with entrepreneurs. It's filled with entrepreneurs. And the other thing about that work, it's a huge risk. You have to invest for 3 years before a horse is even born. Not, once a horse is born, it's 3 years to get them to the races. And you have to invest in like breeding stock and everything before they're even born. So it's a huge investment to bet on. It's a gambling industry too, but entrepreneurship is gambling. It's a huge investment to really keep going. And so that investment drives you. It drives you to keep training. It drives you to groom that horse. It drives you to keep working with it every day. And so that's what I really learned from my day one of my life. I think the few days after I was born, I was in the barn, literally. I was in the carriage in the barn, watching and learning already. But I did more than just watch and learn. I invested with my parents. I learned how to be a trainer of horses. I participated and I got in the nitty gritty of it, carry water, wash water tubs, clean stalls, brush horses. and do the repeating practices that really get the horse to the winner circle. So in order to become a champion, I realized, or a winner, and I'm not saying, and I'm leaving the competitive side out of this. This is like an individual thing. This is an individual thing. If you just want one horse to do well and you're the horse, okay, you really have to hone yourself. You have to train yourself. You have to keep going for it. And you have to not give up when those doubts come. And so another thing I learned about in the racehorse business is horses are telepathic and they're empathic healers and they're mirrors. And when you're a conscious being inside the horse racing community, you're seeing it that way and it gets even bigger. And so you're also a conscious spiritual entrepreneur. So things are happening to you and you're seeing them mirrored to you from other people. And you might even be feeling that right now during this talk, that you need to pay attention to. You need to pay attention to. And when things aren't going right, when you start having doubt, when you have an injury all of a sudden, or an accident, or you end up last, you failed at something, that's a mirror for you to work on yourself. That's a mirror where a mentor or a guide can come in really handy to help you to not give up. Because if you're still just going to those free things, you really not have no skin in the game in your purpose. You're not choosing, you're not deciding, you keep wavering. And so I grew up in that industry and I still participate in that industry, but I also went on my own. I went in my own way and I became a waitress in the hospitality industry for 10 years. And I honed my skills at customer service. And I learned everything about customer service and making people happy, serving them, being helpful, listening to them, studying them, understanding what they want, and how they want to enjoy their life and their night out or their afternoon out. But that got boring for me as well. Horse racing never got boring, but it wasn't my path, and I knew that. I could have been like a world-class driver, but I never got the license to do it. And it was never my path. I was actually allergic to the barn. So I ended up, going into waitressing, but then that got boring. And then one day I was wandering around in a student open house at a university college. And I wanted to be a boss because I knew I was born to be a leader. I knew this when I was 5 years old, that I was here to make a big impact and have a big mission. Maybe you even have had that too. And so when I was wandering around this school, I told somebody, I said, they're like, well, what do you want to do? And I'm like, well, I want to be the boss. I want to be the boss. And if you're a spiritual entrepreneur, if you're any entrepreneur, doesn't matter what, you want to be the boss, right? And the boss gets freedom. It gets to choose. It gets to decide. But the boss also takes all the risk. And so you have to get comfortable with taking the risk. And so I ended up going into accounting and getting my designation. But all of that required me to invest. This is what I'm trying to say is like the horse racing required me to invest money, time, energy, discipline, devotion, commitment, consistency to get a winning racehorse, to not give up. And everyone in the team, the trainer, the drivers, the horses, the other people, were all like working that system with the horse and keeping that horse encouraged, because they are empathic beings. They are telepathic. They can hear your thoughts. So if you don't think positive about them, they're not going to do well either. And so same at the waitressing. I had to work my way up to 5-star white glove restaurants and stuff like that. Then I had to go back to school, pay again to get a career that could earn me 6 figures. But I had to take out student loans. I was an adult. I was 26 years old when I went back to school. I had to work part-time. I had to work full-time while I was doing a full-time apprenticeship as well and study full-time. Then I had to do initiative tests to get the letters behind my name simultaneously with the degree. It was like a massive amount of work. This is no different than being your spiritual entrepreneur. You have to keep investing in all of these different things. To run a summit like this, I just did this myself, and I'm going to offer you a VIP experience around a summit here at the end. It's a massive amount of work, and you just don't pull it out of your hair, out of the sky. Just like Lauren was saying, running a retreat is a system. There's an infrastructure, and your business is an infrastructure, but you're the infrastructure too. You're the visionary, you're the dreamer. And if you don't invest in yourself and invest in the leadership and the guidance along the way, you don't become this leader as well that you've been envisioning and dreaming about since you were a little kid. You're not making that impact because many of you are the new politicians. You're the new leaders. You're bringing in innovative technology. You're bringing in new ways that are going to transform this world for us. But we have to start realizing that you cannot do it alone and you can't do it for free. You can't do it for free because it's going to just keep you stuck. Your vision is going to stay a vision. It's going to stay a dream and it's going to be out of reach all the time. And believe me, I've tried to do it for free. It doesn't work because you don't have the drive, you don't have the incentive to really learn and hone your craft. And so it's not really a strategy problem that you have. It's not a knowledge problem because you have so many skills. You have all of these skills from your birth, your family, all of these traumas, tragedies, experiences that you've had. They have built you. They are your teacher. They are that skill set that you've now cultivated. And you have all these different modalities, and maybe you have a corporate career under your belt. That's a superior skill for business. It's a superior skill. And even though you didn't like it where you were, like I got really bored. I couldn't be a visionary in accounting, but it really, I was a coach every day. I was counseling people through their financial problems. I was helping them to pay hundreds of $1,000s of taxes and not have a flip out and like a breakdown. I was counseling all the time. And so everything that I learned in all those careers, just like in your specialties that you put all of your time and energy and investment in the past, you've created some great skill sets and you are really powerful with those. And so the problem now is like we're dealing with a scarcity program that has been around for millennia, that we never have enough. I'm not ready yet. I don't know how to do it myself. Like I need to do it myself. I need to figure it out myself. Because especially if you're ever in corporate, is like if you didn't know how to do something, you hit it. You figured it out by yourself and you struggled. And you might even lost your job because you didn't even ask for help, that kind of thing. So we need to really rewire these old programs around the scarcity mindset, the scarcity actions that we take, the words we say, that you can do it all alone, that I can figure it out for free. I can figure it out by myself. I can solve my own problem. I can heal my own trauma. And what I know is that my traumas have always been helped by other people. My problems have always been solved by other people, helping me to look and see that I even have the problem because I cannot see my own blind spots. I'm like a horse that's wearing the blinders, right? When I'm doing my work for myself. You can't see your own blind spots. You might be wavering and circling around it, right? And I might be poking a button right now on you and like, no, I can figure it out for free. I can figure it out for free. Well, it will just take you longer. It will take you way longer. It will take you way longer. It might not ever happen. It might not ever happen. And so I'd like to really take you through a practice right now and guide you through something. So I'm inviting you to close your eyes and drop into your belly, drop into your heart. Place one hand on your heart, place another one just right below your belly button, below your navel. And take a slow, long, deep breath in through your nose. And a long exhale through your mouth. And then do that again. A long, deep breath in through your nose. And a long exhale, deep out through your mouth. Now feel the part of you that knows you are meant for more. Tune into that part of you. That's the part of you that feels expansion. And it also sometimes feels contraction. So notice where your body tightens when you imagine fully being seen, fully being in your purpose work, your mission. And notice where you hesitate when you imagine being fully paid for that mission. That tightening is not a weakness. It's just old protection. It's old survival conditioning. Now imagine a future version of yourself standing right behind you, like a guide. This version of you is completely visible, completely supported, completely 100% prosperous, free, and very calm and present in their power. So I want you to feel your strength, your spine lengthen now, your power really drop into your belly. And imagine and see a golden current of energy rise from the base of your spine, up through your heart, up through your throat, and all the way up out the top of your head like a channel. This is your life force energy. And it's always there. It's always open and available to you. And you're just consciously connecting with it right now. And it doesn't need any permission. It needs decision. It needs decision to activate, to move. So silently say, I stop contracting from my expansion. I choose to initiate it. I choose to embody it. I choose to be paid for it. And take one deep breath. Let it out your mouth and feel the shift. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you for participating fully. I wanted to do it myself. I was like, oh, it feels good. So what you just felt is an activation. That's an activation. It's a conscious activation. It's a presence practice. But activation fades if you don't keep having support. And this is where Hidden Titans, the spiritual entrepreneurs, return to circling. Is like, you don't need more information. You just need to integrate it. You need to keep integrating it. You need to keep practicing presence. You need to keep practicing being in your power. You need to keep practicing being in alignment. And it needs repetition, just like that racehorse who for 3 years trains to become a racehorse, gets in the race, starts at the start, goes to the finish, and then elevates to the winner's circle. You need support. Quantum leaps, initiations into your next level, they require support. And leaders, they know that. Leaders know that they need support. Leaders don't do it alone. Leaders need people to lead and delegate to, and to help their vision really get into the world. You're an amazing visionary. You have such big vision, but it's so hard to do. Just like this multi-author book that I kept getting the vision for, that I just became a #1 international best-selling author for. That vision dropped in clear. I'm the leader of that multi-author book. I was the visionary for that. If I did not listen to that vision and reach out to the publisher, and then I had to spend 18 months cultivating 22 authors together, I had to take action. I had to move forward. And I had to have coaching the whole way because it was bloody scary to call myself out as a priestess and like to say, I'm a priestess and I'm looking for other modern day high priestesses. It took a lot of courage and I could not do it by myself. And then to become a bestseller all by myself would have been really hard. But this is really, working with a team of coaches and other community members created something amazing, amazing. And beyond, it will grow, just like this summit that Aina and Capriel have created. Like it's creating something bigger than we even know at this moment. So I recently just had my very first summit called Activate Your Prosperous Life. And one thing I know about myself and that summit really activated inside of me is I am an activator. I open portals for people. And 33 speakers were in that summit, and many of them left very high value VIP gifts and free gifts. And you now can have access to all of that. I'm selling that VIP experience as a package, and I'm opening up 3 new Zoom rooms where I will do laser coaching with you starting February 28th and then into March. We'll have Zoom rooms where you can come and bring these blind spots to me and get activated, get the help that you need. It also has 1 month free lifetime it has lifetime access to the interviews. So you can go in and resonate with all of these 33. There's very powerful interviews that I did. Every interview I did expanded me and talked to me and resonated with me and had a transmission in it. And so you have access to that lifetime. And then you have 1 month free of Life Force Activation. And it's a practice studio that I do. And I've been doing it for over 3 years, where I help you come into your alignment, really train and practice and hone your power so that your purpose flourishes and you can hold a bigger capacity for prosperity and abundance and wealth and dissolve those scarcity programs easily and effortlessly. Yeah, so in this offer, it's $97. It's worth $10,000. It's worth $10,000. It will open a portal for you, and it will help you to find, if you're finding your mentors in this summit, it'll help you to resonate with the people. Leaders have more than one coach. They have multiple people helping them with multiple things. And also beyond coaching in this summit is you have people who are giving you the software like Lauren, or the AI tools that you need. Like there's some amazing free gifts in there. Yeah, so activating your prosperous life is where you're turning your inspiration and your vision into aligned action, and you're starting to invest in yourself, and you're finding the people that you're meant to work with for you to transform, for you to quantum